From burnout to being, choosing life over survival. Written by Iyabo Bello, narrated by Joanne. Good evening. Tonight, I want to speak about something deeply personal, but I suspect it's something many of us quietly carry. The question that's been echoing in my mind is this: how do we stop ourselves from slowly dying on the inside and start truly living? Let me take you back a few weeks. I bought a new kettle. It was sleek, modern, one of those little indulgences that made me smile. But tonight, it stopped working. Just like that. No warning, no explanation. And as strange as it sounds, that broken kettle felt like a mirror. Shiny on the outside, burnt out inside. And no matter how many times I tried to turn it back on, nothing. That's how I've been feeling lately. My mind has been on overdrive, racing, buzzing, unable to rest. Sleep, the thing that should bring peace, has become elusive. And exercise? It feels less like a release and more like another box to tick, another demand to meet. I find myself constantly checking tasks off a never-ending list, juggling dreams and deadlines. I hit one goal and immediately ask, what's next? I keep hoping for a moment when it all clicks, when I arrive. But somehow, I'm always back at square one, asking if I'm really living or just existing. Sound familiar? When I hit that wall, I escape into movies. They quiet the noise in my head, offer a moment of someone else's story. But when the credits roll and the silence returns, I'm left asking, what now? It made me wonder, how many of us are functioning but not feeling, achieving but not alive? So how do we shift? How do we stop slowly fading and start fully living? Let me share 5 things I'm learning. Let go of the need to always be doing. Somewhere along the way, I confused motion with meaning. But the truth is, constant activity isn't always progress. We're taught to hustle, to grind, but I've discovered that stillness can be a radical act of courage. It's in the quiet moments that we hear ourselves again. It's when we stop doing that, we start becoming. Simplify the focus. I've spent years chasing everything, every idea, every possibility. But real living doesn't come from scattering your energy. It comes from choosing a few things that matter deeply and doing them with intention. Less isn't laziness. Less is clarity. Less is peace. Rediscover small joys and care for your body gently. When you're tired, joy feels out of reach. But I'm learning that joy hides in the small things. A warm cup of coffee, a 10-minute walk, a belly laugh with a friend. Self-care doesn't have to be a grand transformation. Sometimes, it's just giving your body and mind a moment to breathe. Let stories inspire, not just distract. Love movies. But I've started to ask myself, am I escaping or avoiding? Now, I let stories move me, to remember that courage, love, healing. They're not just for fictional characters. They're for me, for us. Their journeys remind me that I too can rise, even when I feel broken. Give yourself permission to slow down. Life isn't a sprint. It's a rhythm. Slowing down doesn't mean giving up. It means tuning in, to your breath, to your needs, to what truly matters. When we slow down, we reconnect with life's depth instead of skimming its surface. So here's what I've come to believe. Living isn't about constant achievement. It's not about being perfect or having it all figured out. It's about showing up even when we feel worn down. It's about forgiving ourselves for feeling lost sometimes. It's about remembering that we're not machines. We're human. And like that broken kettle, even when we stop working the way we used to, it doesn't mean we're useless. It might just mean we need a reset, a repair, a rest. So tonight, I want to say this to you and to myself. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to feel. You're allowed to choose life, messy, imperfect, beautiful life, over survival. Because even in the stillness, even in the silence, something inside you is still burning bright. Thank you.